Child Protective Services is looking into its own handling of an abuse case where a 4-year-old girl was killed.
2 CPS workers were fired, another resigned in the wake of Leliana Wright's death. The girl's mother and her boyfriend were arrested. First on Fox 4 News tonight, Natalie Solis at the Grand Prairie Police Department. Natalie?
Well, Steve and Heather, confirmation of those 2 firings and resignation comes just over 3 weeks since Leliana's death, and they offer very little comfort to her grandparents, who say it was clear to them that more needed to be done, but wasn't.
I said, did you not see that? What are you missing?
The paternal grandparents of 4-year-old Leliana Wright say Child Protective Services missed all the glaring red flags.
We gave those pictures to CPS.
Pictures from November of 2014, Leliana with a busted lip, bruising on her cheek, and green circles under her eyes, what they believe to be faded bruises. Police say Leliana died after a heroin-fueled episode of torture and abuse by her mother, Jerry Casada, and her boyfriend, Charles Pfeiffer, at their Grand Prairie home. Alyssa Clackley recalls at one point asking her granddaughter about the constant bruising.
I said, Leliana, it's okay to be honest with Nina. I said, I really don't think you fell, baby. What happened? Was it a swing? I said, did you really fall off a swing? And she shook her head no. Her eyes got all watery.
Clackley says CPS did not take her phone calls or the pictures, which she says she texted to the caseworker, seriously. Leliana stayed in the care of her mother and spent her final moments, say court documents, tied up in a closet.
I can confirm that a caseworker and a supervisor who worked on this case have been dismissed from the agency.
The CPS spokeswoman also says a special investigator resigned. We caught up to one of the CPS workers at home.
You're going to need to contact the agency.
But were referred back to CPS. The Clackleys learned of the firings and resignation today from Fox 4. Jerry Clackley says he'd promised Leliana he'd always protect her, having no idea he'd have to save her from her own mother and others who were supposed to look out for her when he couldn't.
I wasn't there, and I'm like, I was wondering if she was asking for me when she was being beaten.
Well, the CPS spokesperson would not go into any more details about the firings, like the specific catalyst, or go into any more details about its own investigation into the case. The spokesperson did say that a report would be completed, and when that happens, it would be issued publicly. Steve?
Natalie, I have a question. I'm not sure you can answer it in much detail, but this idea that there was in fact a special investigator put on this case seems to indicate that CPS knew this was a sensitive situation. So I guess I'm wondering if you can acknowledge that, or if CPS has, and maybe when the special investigator was put on the case. Was that special investigator put on it when Leliana was still alive? Do we know that?
Right. Well, the CPS spokesperson would really only speak in general terms. Did confirm, though, that special investigator had been assigned to the case. Generally speaking, the CPS spokesperson said that a special investigator works on complex cases where the allegations are severe, and they often work in conjunction with law enforcement. So if that is the special investigator's role and one was assigned, then you would have to think that this special investigator would have been watching this case closely. But again, that spokesperson not going into any more details as to that person's specific role or when they might have been put on the case. But as we learned today, it was that special investigator that resigned, along with the 2 others who were fired. Steve?
All right, Natalie Solis, thank you.